This report summarizes various activities that we have undertaken during our induction program. It was a 3-week induction program held from 27th of July to 20th of August 2016. It was a great experience. It was a wonderful learning for all of us. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Essentially, it has two components. One is related to credit courses and other relates to non-credit activities. In the forenoon session, we decided that all the credit courses will have, but they are non-conventional in nature. For example, physical education, human values and creative practice. The children have never enjoyed it as their childhood has been sacrificed. It is high time that we give them opportunity to enjoy the bliss of their childhood. So friends, we decided to take the challenge and the mammoth task of conducting this induction program. When the students came, it was imperative on our part to create home away from home. We shall begin our journey with the usual invocation, that is the Kulgit of Banaras Hindu University, that has also been adopted as the Kulgit of our institute.
सर्व विद्या
students have already visited respective departments, they have interacted with the faculty members, they have seen the facilities. So, it is high time that director addresses them. Let us see what director has to say.
Start of a college, start of this life is always different. It's the phase in which you will grow up enormously. And this is a phase in which it is said that the first 7 years you learn to feel. And in that first 7 years, it is the feeling for others. That's the most important phase. And in this phase, this is the phase of logic and expansion of learning. In this phase, you think beyond the books. In school, you're learning from the books. Here, also you will learn from the books, but you will also be learning from beyond the textbooks, beyond reference books and beyond other ways. So in thinking, and you are also going to be, in fact majority of you are going to be living outside of your home for the first time. So this will be yet another change. So as we talked yesterday, we have set up an induction program to make this process easy, to make this transition easy, so that before all the classes start, you will have some classes and lot of non-classes, non-credit activities by which you will play together, you will perform together, you will do art together, you will visit the city, you will visit the campus, and so on. In one way, your arrival here, you must be very happy, your parents must be very pleased with the effort you have put in the joint entrance exam. What you have done, you have reached the base of the mountain. With all that effort, now you got an entry into a premier institution. And premier institution allows you to explore knowledge, to learn, work at the frontiers of knowledge and cutting edge of technology, as we say. So you have reached the bottom or the base of the mountain. The climbing of the mountain has yet to be done. They have to think of a more holistic life, think of real life, and education prepares us for real life. Not just coaching prepares us for something specific. Coaching in cricket prepares you for cricket. Coaching for JEE prepares you for JEE. But education is not like that. Education is holistic development. So that's why we say there is a difference between education and training. Right? You train an animal in the circus. Can you educate an animal? No, you only train an animal. Education is only for human beings. And when we say education, coaching comes in the category of training. Just like training the circus, training a lion in the circus, training a monkey in the circus. Education is about holistic life. It is about development of our personality. And each one of us, every one of you who is sitting here, your child has something very special. He has or she has their own talents, their own interests. Education is something that raises all that, brings it out. And as it brings out that which is latent, which is inherent, which is hidden sometimes, as it comes out, then that person rises. So every degree, as Professor Mandal was mentioning, every degree actually raises the level, and when we say raise the level, it is the complete human being.
I want to be a first good human being at the first place and give his 100% whatever he wants to do. And studies are okay, which he is being doing till now, but now he has to live his life up to whatever he wants to be in his life. He has to give 100% in that.
I come from Pune. Okay. So Tejas, name of my son. So far, he is a mirror of our opinions, our beliefs, our way of life. You know, we both parents here. I think these 4 years are the ones that he needs to use to build his own path, and essentially his own set of beliefs, his own set of working things out. Essentially grow from a reflection of ours into a man of his own.
My son Dhruv Rastogi is in computer engineering branch. I just expect him to be really happy in whatever field he takes and whatever higher education he pursues. He should be happy and from his heart, not measured by the others. His happiness should not be measured by others.
Myself, Dr. Farida. My son Mohammad Hussain in ceramic branch. And when my son was in 9th class, he asked me, he saw his friends going to the coaching, and he says, Mom, I have to go to the coaching for pursuing my further studies in IIT. So I said, Beta, go ahead and do what you want. And he said that I want coaching in this center. I said, it's okay, you go in this center. He went in that center, he pursued to its limit, and today he is in IIT. So further also, what he wants, he will be doing, and my help will be only to just take him to the peak where he wants to go. Thank you.
आप लोग चाहते हैं, जो अलग अलग चीज़ें आई हैं, कि आपका जो बच्चा है या बच्ची है, वो सुखी रहे, वो अपना ओपन माइंड से वो चीज़ें करे जो वास्तव में करना चाहता है या चाहती है. वैल्यू बेस्ड कंप्लीट ह्यूमन. अच्छा, इसके पहले लुक फॉर इनोवेशन, न्यू एरा ऑफ इनोवेशन उसमें करे. फिर नाम रोशन करे, देश का नाम रोशन करे. वैल्यू बेस्ड कंप्लीट ह्यूमन. और बच्चे को कुछ कंसर्न भी आई हैं कि अनलिमिटेड से कैसे बचाया जाए. अनलिमिटेड इंटरनेट, अनलिमिटेड बैंडविड्थ, अनलिमिटेड, जो आपने किसी ने कहा, श्री हर्षद जी के पिताजी ने कहा, अनकन्वेंशनल करियर, मतलब वो अपना करियर खुद चुन सके और इतनी उसको शक्ति हो कि वो, क्योंकि आजकल बहुत पीयर प्रेशर, जो जिसको हम कहते हैं बाहरी दबाव, वो बहुत ज़्यादा है आपको. और हालांकि कई बार तो पेरेंट्स ही डालते हैं उस दबाव, लेकिन जब पेरेंट्स, माता पिता नहीं भी दबाव डालते हैं, समाज का दबाव बच्चों पे होता है. ये आपने देखा हो, इसका दबाव इस रूप में होता है कि मैं भी कुछ बनूं, मैं भी कुछ करूं, तो फिर बाकी लोग कहते हैं कि आप ये करो, इंजीनियरिंग में जाओ, यही करो. और यहाँ आने के बाद भी उस प्रकार के दबाव से मुक्ति नहीं मिलने वाली, क्योंकि हम जिस समाज में रह रहे हैं वो इस पूरे दबाव में जी रहा है. पूरा समाज आज दबाव में जी रहा है. जिनको मिल गया है वो भी दबाव में जी रहे हैं, और जिन्हें नहीं मिला है वो दूसरे दबाव में जी रहे हैं. एक स्कीम हमारे यहाँ चल रही है, समर में इनोवेशन प्रोजेक्ट, और उसमें जैसे अभी जो समाप्त हुआ समर, उसमें करीब 160 प्रोजेक्ट चल रहे हैं. और ये छात्र स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक प्रोजेक्ट हैं, उनमें मेजॉरिटी. और हर प्रोजेक्ट में 2 से 3 छात्र थे, तो करीब 350 छात्र उस पर काम कर रहे हैं. 160 प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम कर रहे हैं. तो अब वो जो प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो अपनी इमेजिनेशन से बनते हैं, उनमें कुछ इंडस्ट्री के भी हैं, लेकिन ज़्यादातर जो है लोगों ने अपना सोच के बनाया. एक हमारे छात्र ने इसी प्रकार से एक प्रोजेक्ट पे काम किया था, जो कि जो मोटरसाइकिल का हेलमेट होता है उसमें सेंसर लगा के कि अगर किसी ने उसकी ब्रेथ में शराब है तो उसकी मोटरसाइकिल स्टार्ट नहीं होगी। और उसको एक देश का सबसे बेस्ट प्राइज इसके लिए मिला है सबसे। तो इस प्रोजेक्ट को प्रोजेक्ट की तरफ चुना गया और अब उसका जैसे इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन करना है तो कमर्शलाइजेशन, तो उस प्रकार की चीज़ों में भी आप सहयोग दे सकते हैं। तो पाणिनि का व्याकरण, इसका उपयोग करते हुए कंप्यूटिंग कैसे की जाए, इसके ऊपर एडवांस कोर्सेज भी हैं जो हम पढ़ाते हैं। और मैथमेटिक्स में जैसे लॉजिक है, रीजनिंग जिसको कहते हैं, तो जिन जिन विषय पे इनसे संबंध रखते हुए जहाँ पे वास्तव में अच्छा काम है और आज अवेलेबल है, जिसके आधार पे आगे काम किया जा सकता है, हमारी ये रहेगी कि हम उन सभी प्राचीन जितना भी ज्ञान है उसका जहाँ भी हम लाभ ले सकते हैं उसका लाभ हमको लेना चाहिए। मैं एक बायोलॉजिस्ट से बात कर रहा था, 5-6 साल पुरानी बात है, वेल नोन बायोलॉजिस्ट, फेलो ऑफ द एकेडमी और सब। तो उन्होंने एक लेक्चर दिया था, तो उन्होंने कहा कि, और वो विभिन्न प्रदेशों में रहे हैं भारत में, तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट में भी रहे, अब दिल्ली में रहते हैं। तो उन्होंने कहा मैं जहाँ भी गया मैंने वहाँ पे लोगों से चीज़ें इकट्ठी की कि वहाँ के लोग किस चीज़ को दवा के रूप में इस्तेमाल करते हैं, किस चीज़ को उन्होंने भी किया, आप जो नाम बता रहे हैं उन्होंने भी किया, और वो मैं लेता था और मैं उसी प्लांट पे रिसर्च करता था और मेरी सक्सेस रेट 70%। तो जो चीज़ लोगों ने अपने एक लंबे एक्सपीरियंस के माध्यम से, अनुभव के माध्यम से जो प्रॉपर्टीज, जो गुण सीखे थे, भले ही वो लोकोक्तियों में हो, उनके गानों में हो, उनको मैंने उन प्लांट्स को सिलेक्ट करके उन पर रिसर्च की और मेरी 70% ऑफ द टाइम आई फाउंड समथिंग, 30% ऑफ द टाइम आई डिड नॉट फाइंड इट, 70% ऑफ द टाइम आई फाउंड इट। तो इसलिए मेरा काम जो इतना अच्छा हुआ, मुझे फेलो ऑफ द एकेडमी बनाया गया। तो जहाँ भी हमारा प्राचीन ज्ञान है, कोई भी प्राचीन ज्ञान है, उसको जो है हम जांचें, एग्जामिन करें, और जहाँ उसकी प्रैक्टिकल रेलेवेंस है आज टुडे, अगर उसकी संदर्भ आज के संदर्भ में जहाँ भी उसकी यूजफुलनेस है, उसका हम उसमें उपयोग। तो आप जो है उसको एग्जाम सेंट्रिक पढ़ाई से सब्जेक्ट सेंट्रिक पढ़ाई पे ले आइए। सब्जेक्ट सेंट्रिक पढ़ाई का यह अर्थ होता है कि जो विषय मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ मैं उसको पढ़ रहा हूँ, टेक्स्ट बुक से बाहर जाने की आवश्यकता है तो बाहर जाता हूँ, रेफरेंस बुक्स पढ़ता हूँ, अगर कहीं अध्यापक रिसर्च पेपर को रेफर करते हैं कि भाई उसको अगर पढ़ोगे तो ये मिलेगा, तो मैं अध्यापक एक छात्र के रूप में वो भी जाके देखता हूँ। तो अब मैं एग्जाम सेंट्रिक से बाहर निकल के परीक्षा केंद्रित पढ़ाई से निकलकर विषय केंद्रित पढ़ाई पर आता हूँ, और वही रियल डीप लेवल की पढ़ाई। इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम में ये जो 4 क्रेडिट हैं, 4 क्रेडिट कोर्सेज हैं। एक तो फिजिकल एजुकेशन है, तो उसमें तो बिल्कुल देखा जाएगा कि लड़का जो है, बच्चा, ये डीन इस पे ज़्यादा बता पाएंगे कि आपका बेटा या बेटी बिल्कुल चुस्त और शरीर से रूप से अच्छा, पूरा 3 हफ्ता अच्छे से उसने सब किया है। दूसरा है आर्ट क्रिएटिव प्रैक्टिस जिसको बोलते हैं, उसमें क्रिएटिव आर्ट्स में कोई विषय उसने लिया होगा और एक स्किल सीखने की बात है, तो वो तो आनंद की चीज़ है, और उसने जो लेवल उसने पहुंचा है, जहाँ पर या पहुंची है, उसके अनुसार उसमें होगा। तीसरा जो है वो ह्यूमन वैल्यूज। ह्यूमन वैल्यूज का एग्जाम तो बहुत दिलचस्प एग्जाम है, ओपन बुक, ओपन क्वेश्चन पेपर। वो क्वेश्चन पेपर हम 3 दिन पहले ही दे देते हैं, क्योंकि उसमें बहुत सोचना पड़ता है। 3 घंटे या 2 घंटे पर्याप्त नहीं है उस पर सोच के लिखने के लिए, तो हम 3 दिन पहले ही क्वेश्चन पेपर दे देते हैं और उसको अपने अनुभव के आधार पर लिखना, ठीक है। तो ये हो गया तीसरा कोर्स। चौथा कोर्स जो है वो उनके लिए है, उन छात्रों के लिए है जो कि अंग्रेजी में जिनकी सहायता की आवश्यकता है। तो उसमें अंग्रेजी के रूप में ही एग्ज़ाम होगा, और अंग्रेजी को लेकर छात्र पे दबाव न बनाए, बल्कि इसमें मैं कहूँगा एक इंफीरियरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स, वो दबाव जो है दुर्भाग्यवश एक इंफीरियरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स को जन्म देता है। एक कुंठा, स्वयं में एक कुंठा कि मैं अंग्रेजी नहीं जानता, मैं और भी बहुत सारी चीजें नहीं जानता हूँ, तो उसमें कुंठा क्यों?
And let me first of all say that the activities in Gymkhana, which conducts the sports and other activities, cultural and science and technology activities, etc., is not limited to these 3 weeks of induction program.
ये सारे प्रयास हमारे पहली बार हैं। हम लोग सोचते हैं कि इस बार के जो हमारे अनुभव हैं उसके बाद में अगली बार इससे हम लोग और अच्छा करेंगे, लेकिन आपके कंसर्न को हम लोगों ने सोचा है। We have deliberated upon and a series of discussion before this program, whatever you have got it, it must have undergone at least lot of churning, you know it better than me. And thanks to Professor Rajiv Sangal, he understands education from ins and out. So he also has given his input. And any romantic thing, I am for it. So please do give us suggestions that can elevate my wards, my kids, my students from within. जो उनको अंदर से विशेषज्ञता से उत्कृष्टता की ओर ले जा सकता है। ये हिंदी में बहुत सुंदर शब्द है, अंग्रेजी में भी ट्रांसलेट कर देते हैं आपको। What I mean is that is it possible to take our children to a new horizon, to a new dimension, in the area where he is interested in, but the top line and bottom line is excellence. इसी को हम लोग हिंदी में उत्कृष्टता कहते हैं। Our students have already gone yesterday, that is on 28th of July, to the respective departments again. They have listened to their professors. They are aware of the challenges in the respective disciplines. We were deeply conscious of the fact that when the students are coming to our institute, they have no idea whatsoever about the challenges of the discipline. So we have already exposed them through the brilliant lectures in the respective departments and the schools by the teachers. Now it is turn on 29th and 30th of July that they should listen to the Dean's Chairman Kaur. We have arranged talk by Dean of Academic Affairs, Dean of Student Affairs, Dean of Research and Development, Dean of Resource Planning and Alumni, as well as Chairman Kaur. Let us see what they have said to our newly admitted students.
So our Gymkhana, the student constitution, has two bodies. One is called the deliberative body. Deliberative means it deliberates, it discusses. Right? What does our parliament do? Our Indian parliament. It deliberates, it discusses, it passes bills, and so I will start, as I said, with the deliberative part, which is the parliament actually. So as I said, the less interesting part, the less glamorous part is the parliament which deliberates. This less glamorous part is not from my side, that's what the students feel. So they will be changing the constitution. We had 4 councils. So I will name those 4 councils: Science and Technology Council, Aero Modeling Club, Astronomy Club, Club of Programmers, Green Club, Robotics Club, Rural Technical Outreach Club, Society of Automotive Engineers. They have lately added one more club, which is Economics Club. Next comes Cultural Council. Council very, very dear to my heart. So, these council has the following clubs: Dance Club, Fine Arts Club, Indian Music Club, Literary Club, Theatre Club, Quiz Club, Western Music Club. After that comes the Games and Sports Council. Now we have a fifth council passed by the Senate, which is called Council of Social Service. Then I come to the biggest council. Field games like cricket, volleyball, basketball, hockey, football, yes, and indoor games like badminton. I have finished with the Gymkhana councils and their activities, but before I forget, I specially noted down before coming here about the festivals, the dates, which you should keep in your mind because it is in the academic calendar. So, in this semester, as we call it the odd semester, the first semester, we have the sports festival Spardha, which happens during 21st to 23rd October 2016. Okay, 3 days. Obviously, it has to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I believe there is huge participation from outside colleges. Many of the IITs have also started participating, and external participant, I think around 1,500. Pretty huge number of participants we get for Spardha. It's a very popular festival. Next in line, the other festivals are in the even semester, as we call it, second semester. Kashi Yatra will be happening during 20th to 22nd January 2016. 2017, sorry. Yes, 2017. Well, that's rather cold because Banaras is quite cold and foggy, but we have that schedule. After that comes the third festival, which is TechNex, the Science and Technology Festival. This time it has been combined with Institute Day celebrations as well, because there is a lot of overlap in the activities of both TechNex and Institute Day, presentation of papers, setting up models or things like that. So the dates are 24th to 26th February 2017. Okay, keep these dates in mind. And another important date, already first time in the academic calendar, the Parliament elections. The Parliament elections, next elections will be held on 1st April 2017.
You know that in our institute there are 3 hostels for the first year, the Vishweshariya Hostel, SN Bose and GSMC Old, and we have in total 15 hostels, 3 girls hostel and 12 boys hostels. The situation is, I think, really crowded and of course sometimes difficult to manage, right? Especially when you stay in a room with 3 occupants. This time in our allotment process, as Mukherjee sir told, that there is a participation of students everywhere. Even when we allot the hostel for the students, we have students member, 4 or 5 members of course in the committee. We decide message, there also the participation of students. In each and every issues related to the hostel, we used to take the consent as well as the views of the HEC, Hostel Executive Committee. As Professor Mandal sir said, this is the committee whose members are selected by the residents of a concerned hostel.
I'll introduce myself again. My name is Shashwat Aditya. I'm the General Secretary of Cultural Council.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself again. This is Gopal Garg from Computer Science and Engineering. I am the General Secretary of Science and Technology.
बहुत अच्छा institute है. We have a great institution and we have a very strong alum base. So we are here to listen to your complaints. We are here to listen to your appraisals. कोई भी problem हो, you can contact us, any parliamentarian.
Almost within a week or a fortnight time, you will all be applying for a scholarship. All means those who become eligible. There are certain income limits on this, and there are also merit limits on that. So based on your All India rank and based on the income of your parents or guardian, the merit cum means scholarship can be awarded to you. There is a fixed number of fellowships, so it is based on merit and as well as income that these are awarded. So normally your academic matters are all dealt with by what is known as Departmental Undergraduate Committee, DUGC. But because you are now in first year, you have a first year in charge, and this first year in charge will take care of many of these issues for you. And DUGC will look at your registration, will also take care of other matters. And you have to follow the calendar, academic calendar, and academic calendar is already circulated to you, and you should keep to the time schedules which are announced there. That is, whether it is your semester registration or your examinations or your vacation, all these follow from that. And in case you could not register on time for any valid reason, sufficiently justified by documents, you may be permitted by the Dean Academic to register for that semester with certain late fee. And in case you turn up after 1 month and say, sorry sir, I forgot what was the reopening day, I thought it is 26th August and not 26th July, then you will have to sit at home for that semester and come next semester. So when you register for the course, of course, the classes begin on the day of scheduled date according to the timetables that you are given. And while you are registering, those students who feel they can manage, and of course they have to satisfy certain CPI condition, which is cumulative performance index, something equivalent to percentage of marks in a semester in other institutions. That, based on that, the DUGC decides whether you can be given an overload. That means instead of doing 5 courses, you may choose to do 6 courses, but you should prove yourself to be capable, and you should prove yourself to be responsible, that having taken an additional course, that you will manage to do that and do very well in that course. Otherwise, this facility is not given, and similarly for drop. But most important in all these, as I already said, attendance is 100%. Okay, it is required that you are present in all the classes. Now you may say, how do we compute this number of classes? How do I know, sir, how many number of classes will be there? There is a formula, I will come to that, and from that you will be able to know this. And when we arrive at the minimum number of lectures to be conducted for a particular course having certain credits, you will have to fulfill the number of lectures, which are either 3 or in some cases 4 per week, and you will have to attend all those classes, and that makes up to 100% attendance.
As you know that our Research and Development Office, it is responsible for all the research and innovation activities to support all the research and innovation activities of the institute. And as a part of institute, you undergraduate students are a very important component. So Your contribution in research and innovation of the institute is equally important. Rather, you are the backbone for to support our faculties.
How to take care of the resources and what is the alumni connect, that is what I would be talking about. As we have seen, a good number of projects are going on, like newer dimensions of the institute. This Design Innovation Hub, the Design Innovation Center, the project Varanasi, the Technology Business Incubation. These things are now very seriously supported by the army of alumni that we have. In Design Innovation Hub, where from you get problems for design. So we have got a committee of the Association of IIT BHU Alumni, headquartered there at NCR in Delhi, and they have got good number of sectorial committees. They came here on 5th of September in 2013, and since then they have been conducting many discussions there in Delhi and other places to work out problems that the students should work on at Design and Innovation Hub. So they provide problems, they do mentoring also, and they do evaluation also of the projects that you carry out. Dr. Jahir Khan from Mechanical Engineering is available for these purposes. If you want to know more, you can contact him.
Helping a bird, a bliss that this campus has. It's a great morning for all of us. The students thoroughly enjoyed it. Let us look what they were doing when the birds were chirping. It was a refreshing experience for all of us.
गवर्निंग अथॉरिटीज है वो यही बैठते, इसी तरफ बीएचयू स्टेट बैंक का मेन ब्रांच है।
There is a very, very famous crossing that is coming. We'll just take a minute. There all.
Oh, it was really wonderful. This is the reason why one of our students during the feedback session has said, I didn't realize that the morning breeze is so fresh. It is more fresh on the campus, thanks to the founder of this place, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji. Chirping of birds everywhere. Oh, it is going to be a great beginning now. The evening lecture by Sri Pawan Gupta, a brilliant speaker on Sahasta and Maulikta.
I found the architecture different. I found the design different. I found the trees different. यहाँ के पेड़ अलग हैं. If you बॉम्बे आईआईटी की बात इतनी नहीं करूँगा, लेकिन दिल्ली और कानपुर आईआईटी में अगर आप जाएं, तो वहाँ शायद ही आपको फल का कोई पेड़ मिले, शायद ही आपको पीपल का कोई पेड़ मिले, शायद ही आपको बरगद का कोई पेड़ मिले. सबसे ज्यादा आपको मिलेंगे अशोक के पेड़ वहां. और मुझे नहीं पता आप में से कितने लोग इस बात को जानते हैं, पर अशोक की जो वैरायटी आईआईटी में लगाई गई है कानपुर और दिल्ली में, उसमें चिड़िया अपना घोंसला नहीं बनाती. चिड़िया हर पेड़ पे घोंसला नहीं बनाती, और जो वीपिंग अशोक होता है उसमें तो कतई नहीं बनाती. तो वो एक तरह का निकम्मा पेड़ है. यहाँ के सब पेड़ काम के, ये चीज, और ये बहुत बड़ी बात है. इसके पीछे कुछ सोच गई होगी. मेरा मानना यह है कि यहाँ के पेड़ों के पीछे मालवीय जी की सोच रही होगी, और वहाँ के सोच के पीछे किसी अमेरिका या इंग्लैंड से पढ़े हुए आदमी की सोच रही होगी. उसने सोचा होगा कि पेड़ों पे चिड़िया बैठेगी, वो नीचे बीट करेगी, फल होंगे तो बच्चे आएंगे, चिड़िया आएगी और गंदा करेगी. तो ऐसे पेड़ लगाओ जिससे पूरा वातावरण साफ सुथरा रहे. उनके हिसाब से साफ सुथरे का मतलब कुछ और हो. यहाँ पे मालवीय जी ने सोचा होगा कि ऐसे पेड़ लगाओ जहाँ चिड़िया आए, कबूतर आए, तोता आए, मैना आए, तो जरा वातावरण में खुशहाली आए. तो कभी कभी मन करता है कि अकेले बैठे, शांति से बैठे, तो बोला यहाँ आ जाते हैं. मुझे ये बहुत बड़ी बात लगी कि शायद इसके पीछे भी मालवीय जी की कुछ सोच रही होगी. तो कहना ये चाहता हूँ कि आपको इस बात पे फख्र हो या ना हो कि हम आईआईटी में पहुँच गए, पर इस बात पे फख्र जरूर होना चाहिए कि हम बीएचयू में पहुँच गए. और यहाँ 4 साल तो रहना ही है, तो इस 4 साल में अपनी आंखों को खोल के इस स्थान को देखना. हाँ, हम लोगों के ज़माने में और आपके ज़माने में एक फर्क जरूर है. मैं जब आईआईटी में गया था तो हमारी कोई कोचिंग क्लास नहीं थी. उस टाइम इसकी परंपरा नहीं थी. तो हमारा वो जो टेंशन होता है कोचिंग क्लास वाला, वो हम उससे भोगते. आप उसमें से गुजर के आए हैं ज़्यादातर. तो उन गाँव में मुझे 1 साल के अंदर ये पता चल गया, और उसकी पूरी की पूरी जो क्रेडिट है वो मैं गांव की महिलाओं को दूंगा. वहां की बड़ी बूढ़ी गांव की महिलाओं को. ये क्या करते हो तुम लोग? बच्चों को होना सिखाओ भाई. ये ध्यान देना ये बात को. बच्चों को होना सिखाओ. दिखना दिखाना क्यों सिखाते हो? होना सिखाओ. Teach them how to be, not how to appear, not how to look.
We have in the delicacy of this induction program many great things. They relate to visit to various places, they relate to campus cleaning, they relate to plantation. Along with that, Indian heritage with particular reference to Varanasi. Visit to Bharat Kala Bhavan, visit to Jaipur village, visit to Radha's temple. What a great delicacy that the children are enjoying.
And this induction session, I will in brief, I will not bore you. In very brief, I will discuss here the legacy, the heritage importance, and itself, besides Banaras Hindu University itself for legacy, itself for heritage, because in this year, आप एक बहुत बड़े इवेंट के आप साक्षी बन रहे हैं, क्योंकि in this same year we completed the journey of 100 years. We are just you should be proud, you should feel proud of yourself. You became a part of the great institution of India, Varanasi University. And my dear friends, besides Varanasi University, I will discuss about Varanasi. There are so many nicknames of Varanasi. Like Varanasi, the Lord, the city of Lord Shiva, the city of 24 Mahasas.
मोहे ना विसारो मैं जन तेरा मोहे ना विसारो मैं जन तेरा राम गुसैया जी के जीवना राम गुसैया जी के जीवना मोहे ना बिसारो मैं जन तेरा मोहे ना बिसारो।
The evening informal interactions were just great. I can't forget the wonderful experience that we all had on 3rd of August 2016. Great interaction between our students, human values mentors, and senior students guide. I wish I could freeze the moment. It was just great. Mentors and guides, they have acted as a backbone for all such interactions. We had a distinguished lecturer, Somdev Tyagi, Education for Living Happily. What a wonderful discourse it was. My children have thoroughly enjoyed it. Let us have a brief glimpse of what Somdev ji has said to our students.
यदि पूरी एजुकेशन को देखें तो एक प्रोसेस है, और यदि हम एक प्रोसेस को देखें तो जैसे मैं कहूं कि किसी भी प्रोसेस की क्वालिटी को यदि चेक करना है तो हम क्या चीज़ को चेक करें कि हमको ये पता चल जाए कि इसकी क्वालिटी ठीक है। तो मैं एग्जांपल आपके सामने रखना चाहूँगा कि जैसे मान लीजिए एक व्यक्ति साबुन, नहाने का साबुन बनाता है, तो नहाने का साबुन बनाने का प्रोसेस ठीक है, इसको चेक करने के लिए मेरे को फैक्ट्री में जाना पड़ेगा या कुछ और करने में दूर बैठे बैठे ही पता चल जाएगा? नहाने से पता चल जाएगा। उस साबुन से मैं नहाता हूँ, नहाने का साबुन है तो उस साबुन से मैं नहाता हूँ और मेरे को नहाने से ठीक लगता है, तो मेरे को देखने की जरूरत नहीं है कि फैक्ट्री में साबुन कैसे बन रही है। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि किसी भी प्रोसेस को जांचने के लिए क्या चीज को जांचना पड़ेगा? एंड प्रोडक्ट। उसका एंड प्रोडक्ट की क्वालिटी क्या है? यदि एंड प्रोडक्ट की क्वालिटी ठीक है तो प्रोसेस पे शंका करना पड़ेगा? नहीं करना पड़ेगा। तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि एजुकेशन भी एक प्रोसेस है। साबुन बनाने का प्रोसेस कुछ घंटों का प्रोसेस हो सकता है, लेकिन एजुकेशन का प्रोसेस कितने साल का है? यदि एजुकेशन के प्रोसेस को देखते हैं तो बेसिकली हमको ये समझ में आता है, आप लोग थोड़ा दूर बैठे हैं, हो सकता है दिखने में परेशानी हो, लेकिन मैं साथ साथ बोलता रहूँगा तो बातें आप तक पहुँचती रहेंगी। दोस्तों, यदि एजुकेशन के प्रोसेस को देखें तो कोई भी प्रोसेस है तो उसका एक इनपुट है और उसका एक आउटपुट है। यदि एजुकेशन को देखें तो उसका एक इनपुट क्या है? 3 से 5 साल का बच्चा, और आउटपुट क्या है? 22 से 25 साल का युवा। इस प्रोसेस के एक तरफ जो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण आदमी है उसको कहा कि शिक्षक है। दूसरा महत्वपूर्ण जो घटक है बोले परिवार है, पेरेंट्स हैं। तीसरा समाज। चौथा जिसको हम एजुकेशन सिस्टम बोल रहे हैं, MHRD, SCRT, NCRT, तमाम तरह की ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हमने बनाई हैं। इन सब ने मिलके कोई एक विषय वस्तु दी है, कोई बुक्स तैयार कर दी हैं, और फाइनली ये बुक्स और ये बेचारा बच्चा एंड प्रोडक्ट देखें तो कैसा है? कितने साल का प्रोसेस हो गया ये? 20 साल। मैं तो अभी अपने सभी मित्रों से कहना चाहूंगा कि यदि 20 साल की एजुकेशन में हम एक सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंगनेस भी दे पाए। क्या सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंगनेस? ये देश मेरा है, ये शहर मेरा है, ये कॉलेज मेरा है। तो दोस्तों, यदि अपने आसपास के पूरे वातावरण को देखते हैं तो आदमी को ज़्यादा सेंसिटिवली हैंडल किया जाए, ये कामना बड़ी है व्यक्तिगत स्तर पे, परिवार के स्तर पर। लेकिन जब हम उसको सिस्टम, जब सामाजिक दृष्टि से उसको देखते हैं तो किस तरह की मानसिकता चारों तरफ बढ़ती हुई दिखाई देती है। तो मैं कुछ लाइनें लिख देता हूँ, फिर आपसे सहमति लूँगा कि कैसे हम इसको। एक तो बहुत मोटी मान्यता है कि धन ही सब कुछ है। दूसरा, सेंसरी हैप्पीनेस, इंद्रियों में सारा सुख है। यदि इंद्रियों में सारा सुख है तो सुविधा ही जीवन शैली है। सुविधा ही जीवन शैली का मतलब है कि मेरे पास कितनी बड़ी गाड़ी है उससे मेरा सम्मान सुनिश्चित होता है, मेरा घर कैसा है उससे मेरा सम्मान सुनिश्चित होता है, मेरी पहचान और सम्मान का आधार मेरी फिजिकल बिलोंगिंग्स है ना। तो दोस्तों, यदि आने वाली जिंदगी के लिए कॉलेज डेज उस चीज का नाम है कि आने वाले समय में जिस जिंदगी को हम फेस करने जा रहे हैं उसकी तैयारी हमारी आज हो जाए। दोस्तों, दुर्भाग्य ये है कि हमारा एजुकेशन सिस्टम ऐसा है, ना तो हम एक अच्छे इंजीनियर बनते हैं, ना हम एक अच्छे इंसान बनते हैं। हमारी मुश्किल ये है। तो मेरे को लगता है कि यदि IIT BHU की टीम इस बात के लिए संकल्पित है और उनके भीतर ये कमिटमेंट दिखाई देता है। अच्छा लगना मोमेंट्री है, अच्छा लगना मोमेंट्री है, अच्छा होना परमानेंट है। मेरे अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस एक बार आ गया, हमेशा के लिए आ गया। एक बार संबंध में जीने का विज्ञान हाथ लग गया, सबके साथ में जी लूंगा। एक बार अपने भीतर अभाव से मुक्ति हो गई, हमेशा के लिए हो गई। तो दोस्तों, इसमें परमानेंसी है। जिन चीजों को आज तक हम जीने की बात कर रहे थे, बेसिकली वो जिंदा रहने के धरातल पर अच्छा लगने की सीमा में आता है। अच्छा लगना अच्छा लगता ही है, वो भी हमारी जरूरत है, लेकिन अच्छा लगना से जिंदगी चलती है क्या? एक शर्ट ले लिया, मेरी बहुत अच्छी शर्ट है और मैं जिंदगी भर जी लूंगा, ऐसा होता है क्या? ऐसा नहीं होता। मैं अच्छा हो जाऊं, मेरे भाव और मेरे विचार हमेशा ऐसे हों जो मेरे लिए भी सुखदायी हों, दूसरों के लिए भी सुखदायी हों। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
As mentioned earlier, we have credit-based courses as well. So, in the credit-based courses, we have physical education, we have creative practice apart from human values courses, whose mentors have played pivotal role. Contributions of the coaches were just great. Let us have a glimpse of physical education and creative practice. Apart from this, we have distinguished lecture series. Let us listen to one by one in Swatantrata Bhavan.
It's an extraordinary opportunity that you've all been gifted by your own hard work. Possibly the greatest gift you could have given yourself at this stage of your life was an admission into one of India's premier institutions, which you have secured. This institution will build your dreams. This institution will shape your careers. This institution, I'm sure, will teach you a lot of stuff which other less privileged colleges cannot imagine to teach. Our generations were different. Our generations were a generation which believed our seniors had a right to rag us. And we never complained. We had no law those days. Ragging has become such a perpetual problem in this country. At least now it's got nearly eliminated. An institution like this, it's just not there. It was a scary experience, one of possibly the worst experiences that I had in my life. In a sense, looking back, the best experience I had, and let me tell you what I mean by that. Not that we should get ragged. After being ragged so badly, I never had the courage to go back to college a second. We live in a country where less than 30% have access to a toilet. We have a technology that comes out of IITs which takes 22 satellites in one rocket to space. We have the technology where we can go to Mars, and the Prime Minister proudly says a kilometer of going to Mars is cheaper than building a kilometer of road in India. What a shame. Why should it be that way? We have a technology which can do supercomputing like anybody else, any other place in the world. But we don't have the technology to give 70% of Indians a toilet. We don't have the knowledge to provide 60% of Indians with safe drinking water, 40 liters per day. The world provides 140 liters per day to their citizens, other countries. But our country was satisfied with 40. Should we be? We live in a country where 54% of the children born today and are less than 5 years are going to be malnourished. Should we accept that? It is sad that only 12 to 13% of girls are there in every admitting batch in IITs today. 74% of our women in this country, especially in rural areas, suffer from iron deficiency anemia. And it costs 10 rupees a woman per year to solve it. The problems of this country are solvable, but where are the people to solve them? We dream that you people at 17 getting to the IITs will come back with the solution to this country of ours. And your career, you will become your career only when you become our country. Every one of you, every cell in your body beats for India. Every part of your brain thinks for India. Then India's future is assured, my friends, because you are 58% of India today. You are the future, which this nation has given. And this nation has given through two extraordinary people and processes. One is through Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and the second is through an extraordinary man who spread that message very close to Varanasi. We are in a privileged place because the last and most important message of mine was given by Buddha thousands of years ago. Mindfulness. Can you be mindful of the fact that are you compassionate? Can you be mindful and question yourself, do I have faith and hope? Can I be mindful and asking, am I having the spirit of positivism, spirit of service, spirit of self-inquiry, sense of humor? And if you can have that mindfulness every minute of time, then your life will become your career. And you will be truly inspirational and an extraordinary change maker. And together, we can change not just the destiny of this great nation of ours, but we can change the destiny of the entire world. We can all truly make this world a great place.
Sir, you told us that we have to serve our country, and that is what our country expects from us. But does it mean that we do not take our jobs and start up NGOs or help people build toilets or provide fresh water to the villages?
No, I never said that. That's also one way of doing it. I said that alone is not enough. There are many ways you can serve. Serving is not like me wearing a jubba, carrying a bag and going into a forest. That's one method. Find your passion. That's why I said heart to feel. You discover and feel for a problem in this country. It could be a technological problem, it could be a human problem, it could be a social problem. Believe in it, have the passion, show the compassion, think through a solution with the cognitive attainments the university builds you up for, and then go out there and do it. That's what I meant. So it could be anything that you believe in. As much as laying a road to building a dam to becoming the Prime Minister of this country, it all depends on your passion. You should determine what you should do. and not let somebody else do it for you. In most cases, our parents or somebody else, right? You believe in something and go do it out there. That's the only way to be the change maker.
साहित्य का तो लक्ष्य ही मनुष्य है. मनुष्य के बिना उसका काम नहीं चलता. उसका केंद्र मनुष्य है. तो उसी मनुष्य के इर्द गिर्द ही हम बात करेंगे. आज मैं जिस विषय पर आप सबसे बात करना चाहती हूँ वो स्त्री से जुड़ा हुआ है. दरअसल स्त्री का जो स्वर रहा है, हमारा समाज जैसा कहते हैं कि जो पितृसत्तात्मक समाज है, पैट्रियार्की जो पूरी है, उसके भीतर स्त्री की जो समस्या है वो किस रूप में आई और कैसे जो जितने भी उसके स्वर आए, कब कब आए, किस तरह आए, उनका क्या पाठ रहा, पढ़ा गया या नहीं पढ़ा गया, बाद में क्या हुआ, चीज़ें कैसे बदलीं, इन पर थोड़ी सी बातें बहुत कोशिश करूँ बहुत आसान तरीके से कह सकूँ, बहुत जीवित उदाहरणों के द्वारा बता सकूँ, ऐसी कोशिश मेरी. तो यह जो हमारा समाज है वो कैसे बदले, कैसे उसको समझाया जाए. जब तक हम आप सब में वह संवेदनशीलता नहीं आएगी तब तक स्त्री को भी मनुष्य का दर्जा नहीं, और उसकी मांग ही यही है मनुष्य समझे जाने के. और जबकि जो नंदलाल है, जो कृष्ण है, दरअसल वो मुक्ति का मानक है. मुक्ति किसी भौतिक पुरुष में हो ही नहीं सकती थी, एक कल्पना में मुक्ति की एक कल्पना है. तो महादेवी वर्मा को देखिए या उस पूरे समय को देखिए जो नव जागरण का समय है, और आप देखेंगे कि जहाँ से स्त्री शिक्षा पे बात शुरू हुई है और जैसे ही स्त्रियों के हाथ शिक्षा लगी है, आधुनिक किस्म की शिक्षा, वैसे ही स्त्रियों ने बड़ी तेजी से विकास किया है. बहुत तेजी से उनकी अभिव्यक्तियां
मतलब मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि अगर रात के 12 बजे अगर कोई लड़का हाफ पैंट पहन के निकल जाता है तो उसको कोई इनसिक्योरिटी नहीं फील होती है, और जब लड़की निकलती है तो सबको इनसिक्योरिटी फील होने लगती है. सर मेरी बहन है, तो मुझको तो इंग्लिश मीडियम से पढ़ाया गया, मैंने कोचिंग किया, IIT निकाला, और हम लोग क्या है पैट्रियार्कल सिस्टम है. मतलब जैसे जो बाबा होते हैं वो फैमिली के हेड होते हैं और वही मेन डिसीजन लेते हैं. तो उसको तो हिंदी मीडियम से पढ़ाया गया और कोई कोचिंग भी नहीं दी गई. तो मतलब कैसे एक्सेप्ट वो कर सकते हैं कि वो आगे निकलेगी फिर अगर इस तरह. सर चेंज की ज़रूरत है.
That firstly, India needs whole lot of jobs because we have large number of young people, and secondly, it needs so-called good jobs. Now, if you realize, last election, national election, was won on the basis of promise of jobs. In fact, this is one of the slogans of the government also, that job for the youth and so on. So essentially, how are more jobs going to get created? Now, for that, you need to have newer businesses for that, and in fact, Government of India itself has come up with something called Stand Up India, Startup India, and so on. And in fact, Prime Minister himself has been going around saying that I want not people who, in a sense, get into job, but people who create jobs, so to say. So it is a societal issue, therefore, to get more jobs, and one of the ways to get more jobs could be through, actually innovation. Second thing which is happening in terms of, why we need innovation, because if you realize so-called national problems which we face in terms of health, in terms of education, within our society, access to it is very widely kind of, in a sense, diverse. Okay. So I'm sure just beyond the walls of this university, this great university, there is some kid who's, in fact, large number of kids who are not going to any school. Or, in fact, if they are going to schools, and in fact, I have been visiting some state level universities and so on, it's actually a joke, nothing happens in classes. It's basically a certification process. They have a degree, and I don't know what use this degree is if they are not learning anything. So essentially, you can see that access to education, quality education, is highly kind of, skewed, and guys like you are actually lucky people in some ways, because in some ways it's accidents of birth. If you are born just 50 meters away from wherever you are born, your outcomes in life would have been very different, so to say. So similarly, in terms of access to health, access to education, other social infrastructure, we do need large number of, in a sense, kind of innovation and low cost innovations actually.
What are the startups which help BPL families and poor families in a startup? What is program?
So that's right. It's a very good question, and I can see where you are coming from. So there was this person who got Magsaysay Award few years back, Harish Rao. His startup is actually making solar lamps at large level. Similarly, I know of 2 or 3 companies actually which are giving filtered water at 40 paisa per liter, so to say, to large number of people, you see. So there are actually, it's not only that innovation is only happening for the rich, it also can happen for the poor, so to say. And what I was telling your colleague just now, that even if you do it for the poor, it's not that you don't make money. You can actually make money even there, so to say. Having said that, the Oyo rooms or whatever, others like that you talk about, one argument is that even if they don't benefit poor consumers, they will create enough jobs.
Now here comes the last week of the non-credit activities. The non-credit activities involves making our students aware of Kabir, Tulsi, Raidas. They should know about Varanasi itself, idea of a university, constitution, Gandhism, reading prose, reading poetry, reading ghazal. What a wonderful week it is.
So we are here to tell you something about the generating or evolving a worldview, as you know it. That's the objective of this part. And we have very, very eminent colleagues of mine. निरंजन सहाय, an expert on Raidas temple, आप लोग तो विजिट किया था, तो आप वो theoretically आपको बताएंगे उनके रचना के बारे में. So we have Ashish ji, professor of Hindi, he also professor of Hindi, he also professor of Hindi. ये भी आपको बताएंगे कि तुलसीदास में क्या-क्या खासियत है. कबीर के बारे में प्रोफेसर आप देश प्रधान हैं, जो एक्सट्रीम उधर खड़े हैं, हमारे बड़े भाई भी हैं. भाषा अगर सीखनी हो तो हम अक्सर कहते हैं कि ऐसे सीखिए, कैसे किसी शब्द को कहा जाता है. We have another professor of English, Professor Sanjay Kumar. He is going to tell you the speciality of the Banaras. And the most famous is your Gitanjali madam. She is going to be in this room for around 60 minutes, 70 minutes, and after that there will be exchange with Niranjan. Okay? आप बहुत बड़ी इंस्ट्रक्चर हैं. मैं इतना ही आपको कहना चाहता हूँ. इतनी बड़ी लेखिका है. We are lucky to have her on this occasion. Thank you.
सुनता है गुरु ज्ञानी 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 ज्ञानी, सुनता है गुरु ज्ञानी 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 ज्ञानी, सुनता है सुनता है सुनता है सुनता है. ज्ञानी 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 ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र बाजत पैजनिया ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र बाजत पैजनिया ठुमक चलत रामचंद्र मोहे ना विसारो मैं जन तेरा मोहे ना विसारो मैं जन तेरा राम गुसैया जी के जीवना राम गुसैया जी के जीवना मोहे ना बिसारो मैं जन तेरा मोहे ना मेरी संगत पोच सोच दिन राती मेरी संगत पोच सोच दिन राती मेरा कर्म
The screening of the film, Oscar awarded film on Gandhi on 14th of August in Swatantrata Bhavan and 15th of August in ABLT4 were added attraction of the institute effort during induction program. Students were discussing along with their mentors in the human values course about Gandhism, non-violence, humanity and all others. In short, even our credit-based courses were different, are different, and they are enjoyable apart from giving very deep learning experience. Now, having completed so many activities, it was imperative on our part to organize feedback session on 16th and 17th afternoon. The feedback session was just great. Let's have a glimpse of it. I can only add that in the last couple of months, I have only thought for it, I have lived for it. जैसा कि एक गज़ल का कपलेट कहता है, मैं जिसे ओढ़ता बिछाता हूँ वो गज़ल में आपको सुनाता हूँ। और जब ये फीडबैक सेशन समाप्त होता है इवनिंग में छात्रावास में, तो मुझे लगता है कि एक बशीर बदर का शेर गुनगुनाऊं, न जी भर के देखा न कुछ बात की, बड़ी आरज़ू थी मुलाकात की। हमारे बच्चे हमसे ऐसे ही मुलाकात करते रहें, संस्था यही कामना करती है। This is the final session of informal interaction. Senior students from Gymkhana as well as from student parliament have interacted with them and told them about various activities. They have developed intimate relationship with human values mentors and guide during these interactions. These are glimpses of that. It's wonderful to look at them. This is absolutely memorable part of induction program. They are very much part of it. They have said it in so many words कि अगर इंस्टीट्यूट ने इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम इसलिए अरेंज किया है कि वो वेलकम करें, then we were thoroughly welcomed by the institute. They are very much part of it. They confessed, we are into the system now. We were lucky to have dedicated team of faculty members and staff. They all have contributed a lot. All the deans and our director. Whenever we have approached, they readily agreed to help us. We are grateful to human values mentors, students guide, and coaches, as well as chairman of TLC cell and the staff of the TLC cell. This all, they all have made it possible. It was great, and we are indeed grateful to all of them. Office of the Dean of Student Affairs, Dean of Academic Affairs were of great help to us in conducting this 3-week induction program. Thank you very much.